Meantime, the California Reparations Task Force wrapped up its two-day-long meeting today.
That group is looking into how slavery in the U.S. and government decisions have created a wealth gap between black and white Californians and will recommend possible remedies. 17's Ashley Zavala has more.
You call it reparations, that's needed. We call it justice.
California's Reparations Task Force continued its work studying the effects of slavery and government decisions on black Californians. Wednesday's focus centered around the wealth gap wedged between white and black workers in the state. Experts noting because there's been a wage gap between races, there's also a savings gap.
To look at it from the viewpoint of a black man with the same education, living in the same area with the same background, every hour they are 22% behind.
Other witnesses Wednesday spoke about disparities in wages, with black Americans historically making less to do the same jobs as their white colleagues.
Banks and corporations have engaged in lending and hiring practices that help to solidify patterns of racial inequality.
Others testified to the constant displacement of black communities, the theft of black-owned land, and the modern-day devaluation of black-owned homes, which they say contributes to the gap. As the task force explores reparations, experts say California's budget is not big enough to provide reasonable financial compensation alone. Professor Thomas Kramer estimates at minimum, with a payout of more than $350,000 for each enslaved descendant in California, the cost could be roughly $14.7 trillion.
California could exert pressure on the federal government to provide federal-level reparations. After all, it was the federal government that allowed slavery to exist in the United States.
While Kramer's estimate includes descendants of slaves, the task force is in ongoing discussions about who exactly will be eligible for reparations.
I'm fearful of having a very isolationist perspective on reparations in this process, where reparations only goes to a tiny sector of the community who can directly trace and document their descendant. I have concerns about that very, very narrow construction.
In Sacramento, Ashley Zavala, 17 News.